Hey, sorry about the delay. It's Poisson Variants, your mathematical maestro and LaTeX linguist. How is everybody doing today? Hello? Game? Do you want to appear? Okay, well, it seems my game does not want to appear right now. Because why would it? Why would it want to appear? Hello? Maybe I have to do it as a window capture. See, this is the type of troubleshooting I should have done before it. Oh, okay. No, that window. Ah! I am most definitely not frozen in place. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yay! Yay! Okay. Yes. Happy day of Monday, everyone. And today we are back with Satisfactory that I definitely, emphasis on definitely, was not playing off stream. Was not playing off camera. I did maybe do a little bit of mining off camera. I maybe did a little bit of mining off camera. I maybe did a little bit of mining off camera. But I did not proceed to the next phase of the space elevator, so I'm gonna pretend I didn't do any mining off camera. Yeah, because last time we played this game, my power system was made up of biomass burners. My power system, my electrical grid, was made up of biomass burners with biomass fuel kind of scattered around my factory in a shall we say, less than optimal setup. My power grid was disconnected in shambles, ineffective at best, and hellish at worst. So, I figured today can be the day where I show off the few adjustments I've made to our factory off camera, my mining off stream, as it were. I can show off exactly how destructive I have been to not only the environment, but to whatever plans I had planned to do. Whatever sense of optimization there is still non-existent. It is a horrible mess. It is all that I have done. It is not all that I will do. The rapture happened in 2015 and 3 people were taken. But instead of such a nefarious plot bring to, you may notice a few things. For example, the space elevator that was right here that I'm intentionally hiding stuff from view is now gone, but it is in that direction, as you can see by the compass. I have a tractor now in that direction. I have a docking station in that direction, and the hub is still where the hub is. The crafting equipment workshop is still where the equipment workshop was. Everything is exactly the same as we left it, and I am definitely not a liar, except for the copious amounts of jump pads which I have placed around the area. So we are going to, piece by piece, show off exactly what I have been working on in my free time, and no, none of it is good or mentally stable. So to begin with, hiding this from view, we're going to take a look over at the powered grid that we created right after I stopped streaming last time. After I stopped streaming last time, we created a few... Oh, this is the minor mark. Ignore the hypertubes everywhere. You can't see that yet. We created a series of biomass burners that were generating an electrogrid, and we channeled them with a little bit of a fuel, so to speak. Oh no. Is it not giving me the correct chat window? Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. I think it's not showing up the correct chat. 1 second. Blink, blink. A blinkety blink blink. I think it's because I have that other stream in existence, and so it seems to be reading the incorrect... No, but that one should be unlisted. Go ahead and delete it. Blink. We're gonna hear myself for half a moment. Oh, no, I can mute it. Perfect. I don't know what's up. Anyways. But yeah. So, we had created a nice little series of biomass burners, and I had established my first actually connected power grid. The mindset of it was relatively simple. We have organic matter in here that then gets shipped down this conveyor belt to become biomass clumps. The biomass clumps move up to here, then shift down one more time to become the biomass fuel, in which case they are thrown into here and scattered amongst my power grid. Namely in the form of one of those splits off to keep the loop running, but the rest come over here and proceed to split off in multiple different ways in order to reach all of our biomass burners. Subsequently, this was not enough power, so I had to build upon this. but it was a small increase from what we had been working on. That's when I had to make the big change, the grand change, as it were, to coal power. So I created some coal power plants, and they are very loud. Forgive me for the loudness, and forgive me for the conveyor belts everywhere, and forgive me for the jump pads I have placed everywhere. But our factory has expanded a little bit. So, upon the creation of coal power, we created a few factories. Just a few, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we created 10 coal power plants, and a bunch of water extractors, and for the sake of things being pretty, we decided to move the space elevator over here to the corner and just have everything conveyor belt over to it. But we connected all of our water extractors, and the thing is, we actually managed to get all 10 coal power plants running on 3 or 4 water extractors, which I think is nice, and it's currently pulling in a lot of coal as we were able to upgrade to the Miner Mark II. Now, over there, you may see a series of power grids and hypertubes trailing off into the distance, which we will get to momentarily. But before that, we're gonna head over here to where I have constructed the brand new Tower of Construction. My Tower of Construction is a parakeet? Oh, that's a leaf. Was simply for the sake of producing iron rods, which lag out like crazy, and I'm going to reduce the video a little bit. Graphics presets, no. Near. Yeah, that's fine. It had worked not too bad in the past, but I think that was before I added tons of stuff. And so we then buffed the heck out of our miners and connected a bunch of stuff in a horrible loopy fashion. So our factory then proceeded to expand quite a bit, returning to the concept of mining off camera. I have yet to go into a hypertube, but don't worry, I will show off where the hypertubes go in due time. Yeah, first, and ouch. Things got messy very quickly, but I refused to optimize and instead covered the ground in metallic little panels. We then started running short on space, as shown by our backed up concrete endeavors, and our backed up smart plating, and our backed up versatile frameworks, and our soon to be backed up these thingies. Well, I hate that. Hold on a minute. There we go. Okay, sorry. I have a thing against them going into the ground. I do not care for it. So then as we ran out of that, we ended up freezing our limestone production. Got a little bit backed up on assembly in certain regards, and created an entire foundry section. The foundry section over here is responsible for making all of our steel beams. The steel beams that we use in construction for all of these conveyor belt Mark IIIs and half the stuff that we make now. It has gone well, and as a result we had to divert a fair amount of coal from our systems and find a second coal deposit. It worked well. Alright. I have no... Oh. Also, there is no reliable network to get around any of this. It's all just random, jumping and skedaddling around. And random parts of the factory are incredibly backed up. But that's okay, because at least it gives me the material that I need. in a somewhat timely manner. So we come over here, and it all gets pooled into that storage chest, and we can see our mountains of coal coming along. And it all just random BS go gets thrown into here. As we can see, this is where we have our rotors, our steel pipes, and our steel beams produced en masse. And we still have just some basic mining stuff here. This entire section, so we can see one of our coal veins is off in the distance there. 0 out of 10 lacking trains. Don't worry, I have something better. So this entire section was designed to produce steel plates. However, I don't really need steel plates anymore, and I have a better production, so it will be repurposed in the future. But currently, it is simply disconnected from the power grid, because it was siphoning a great deal of power to do something that I didn't need it to do, and produce inefficient amounts. Then if we head over here, we can see in the distance, that's where the coal comes from, is another space way over there. You can kind of see the conveyor belt and the power lines. There's my coal generators, such as that one hanging off a cliff. And there's my little second assembly station. Assembly station 1 is over here, that generates so up there generates smart plating, over here generates versatile frameworks, and over there generates whatever the last thing is. But we're not done. This is worth this requires a lot more than 10 coal generators. Even if some of those generators are overloaded with the power shards, much more than 10 coal generators. So let's see where the rest of my stuff is. How are we going to power such a power plant? I will show you that using yeah, it's actually fine if we go up here, using the magic of hypertubes. First, I want to show off over here. We have the awesome thingy, whatever this is called, the awesome sink, being pumped full of whatever garbage I happen to put in there at the time. And I have 31 coupons that I can redeem that I have not redeemed. I have not touched the awesome sink. I've just been pumping random stuff into it. And then the awesome shop, which I've obviously not purchased anything from. There is interesting stuff that I will touch on in due time. For example, the pipeline wall attachments, or the hypertube wall attachment. Oh, hypertube wall attachment. Hold on a minute. I have too much fun with hypertubes. And then when we want to build actual architecture, we'll get into that. Personally, though, I have enjoyed creating terrible nonsense. Over there, we have another little factory that I have not really created excuse me, bird. Not really created a system for reaching efficiently. But for a while, it was creating more of the iron plating. And now it creates iron bars. And now it is actually backed up and does not do anything. But we take because we take all of this iron ore, and we use it to make more steel beams, more iron ingots. And it is reachable by this. My little jump pad around. But as I was saying previously, there is not enough power from 10 coal generators, coal power plants, to possibly run this. It is lacking. Hold on, I need to deforest some. Good. I do not want any nature. There's actually way too much nature here right now. I'm so horrible. But you know what? We'll deal with that momentarily. For the immediate, I need to show the only way to access my hypertube, my favorite hypertube, is this hypertube right here. The first hypertube I ever created. And it takes me to where my actual power plants are, because these were adorable. You know, 10 little coal power plants are nice. Not enough. So let's go on a little trip. I had been in need of more coal, so I sought out more coal. And that coal took me to new and wonderful places. New wonderful places with new wonderful power plants to place. And that's where I found not one, not two, not three, but 4 separate coal deposits, from which I started to power a production of steel bars and other equipment, steel beams, my apologies, and other equipment that all get sent all the way home. And I needed more iron ore to create this, so I started just funneling coal from here, and then funneling coal from up there, and funneling iron from up there. And so let's get an overhead view of this. And the best way to reach said overhead view is to go to my little launch pad up here. And I had to build these staircases to get up here instead of doing anything reasonable, because I constructed them long before I had hypertube technology. And up here is largely unrenovated, except for all that. We'll get to that in a moment. Alright. So here is the true heart of our factory's power sources. Well, we are constructing some over there. The heck is that? Anyways, well, we are constructing some over there for sure. You know, siphoning a fair amount of resources from the land. Most of what we do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 more power plants with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power storages. And as a result, we have a nice capacity now of 2,400 megawatts. Everything I did just funneled back into the prospect of how can I possibly produce more and more power. And of course, there's no way I'd allow this, like, hypertubes to be made in a reasonable fashion. So of course, I went ahead and strung the hypertubes along the power lines, then brought them down, had it loop underneath, or what does it do? It hits the top, fires, loops underneath, comes up, fires, loops underneath, and then travels down and launches you into a wall. And the thing is, on the return trip, if we go all the way over here to see the last little bit of our factory... Oh, wrong way. Change our travel direction. That's where more of our iron ore is coming from. Picking up speed as we travel up this. My winding network is going to fire me out. Oh, right, I turned that off so that I can't fire out. Because down there are a myriad of spiders that were killing me in 2 shots, and also where our next coal vein happened to be. In addition to that, over, I want to say here, if I can find it, is, I believe, radioactive material. So I have not touched that yet. And now, if we want to get all the way home from this, we could jump in this, but that's less fun. So instead, we're going to jump down here, because that's more fun and more dangerous. And also, I can do this, where you just land directly in the hypertubes. Picks you up. And then you're just going downhill, picking up speed. And then eventually it has to slam to a brake. That should have changed directions. That's fine. And then you ricochet over to there, and then you're immediately sent back on the trip home. And you at some point get too fast that you have to slam to a stop in the middle of it and get fired off. And your only way to get back into the hypertube is with our catapult here. So, let's go ahead and head over to our space elevator, where we are now ready to enact the next piece of our plan. And I would be a fool if I did not take a jump pad over there. And I have not created a single landing pad. I jump pad everywhere, or I hypertube everywhere, and I say, who cares, to the potential dangers. So we need to immediately build an additional jump pad, and I don't have enough cable. That's fine. So I intentionally waited to do the space elevator until my next stream, because I wanted to see what happens while everyone's around. Container is sealed. And send.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for
Let's
delivery.
watch.
On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were.
Oh wow, it went way high up there.
Highlights are oil production, railway transportation,
Oil
jetpack,
production,
and many more.
jetpack,
Completing Phase 3
railways.
assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and fix its faith and you will be strengthened.
Alright, so we need versatile frameworks there, as we are currently loading. But we also need whatever those things are.
Project assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure, and are closer than ever to saving a day.
Thank you.
Perhaps you were the right choice for the job.
Thank you.
Time will tell.
Thank you.
You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue.
So the most...
For humanity. For Fix-It.
The thing that I'm primarily interested in is... They referred to oil, which means, for one, more pollution, and two, more energy. My two favorite things in this game. Ouch. I have no safe way of getting down this. I just drop. That's been, like, a common theme for this, for me, is I don't have a safe way to do anything. I just fall everywhere. Ooh, oh, okay. How do I make rubber? Okay, so I do oil processing, the jetpack. I feel like we need to prioritize the jetpack. We absolutely need to prioritize the jetpack. There's no way we can get away with not prioritizing the jetpack. 3, 4, 5. And then we need 1,000 cable. And I don't actually think we've produced 1,000 cable, because I think a bunch of it's producing that other stuff. So our whole production of smart plating, I believe, is now essentially useless. Okay. Unless I gotta figure out what exactly we're supposed to use to make the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. What are we supposed to do to make motors? I need rotors, and stators, rotors, and stotters to make motors, rotors for the motors. So this entire little, oh yeah, look at this logistics mess. It's it's beautiful. Oh, it's a beautiful, it's beautiful. It makes me so happy. It's so disgusting. Automated wiring. Right, we don't need that anymore. What we actually need is motors. So, I need to somehow take this all apart. Because this, I still need producing. But this, that's all good. Anything that was producing cables, or funneling cables into it, I need to now funnel rotors into it? And I don't remember how to make rotors. Excuse me, sir, how do I make rotors? Oh, okay. So, my ability to make rotors will have to be sought out at some other locale. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this amass of smart plating that I've accrued, but it is going to be dealt with in a crude and horrible No, it won't be. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. Yes, I'm here to move out of the way 10,000 smart plating. You stand by. You stand by. Rotors, I will be siphoning all of you in a moment. But until that day has come, we are first going to divert all of our smart plating and all of our whatever this stuff is. So these are making rotors, that's good. These are making strators, and that's good. Now the thing I want to do is change all of these strators to be making maybe motors. Maybe I don't need that many, but I digress. Move, weird giraffe thing. I think they're straight up called like weird giraffe thing in the achievement. Because this game is nonsense. Motors. Well, now before I give any rotors to anything, we've got some siphoning to do. In the most horribly inefficient way that I know how. That can happen while I do other stuff, which is the main goal. I call it multitasking, target management, target priority, optimization of this manufacture station. Step 1. A big box. Most people don't realize, but a big box is actually the most efficient way to do anything in this life. Unfortunately, I'm stupid. Okay, let's try this again. As I said, 1 big box, 2 big box. Or 2 splitter, and now, the big box. You. Why didn't I start these at the end? I don't care that much. Congratulations, me. There's no reason for a splitter to be there, but guess what? All the automated wiring and all the smart plating, and we're going to hope that this fills. Oh dear, I worry that this will fill too quickly. No, it seems to be going reasonably. Okay, while it does that, we're gonna shift focus back to cable production and management. Oh, look at that, our smart plating's already slowing down. That's good. So, we do have a substantial amount of cable production underway. It's like in my instinct to kill every bird I come across, and I have no idea why. I don't know what could have possibly trained my instincts like that. The only animal I've ever hunted was a bunny rabbit, and I feel bad about it to this day. I tried to eat the rabbit stew, and let me tell you, it tastes bad. Rabbit is not a good meat. It is not a meat. Move. Move. Get out of here. I said get out of here. Shoot. It's not a meat I would recommend to literally anybody. Alright, so we're done with the automated wiring. That's good. We're gonna kill that for now, just to be safe. And we're going to redirect a lot of stuff. First things first, we need to do something about an amalgamation of cables. Did it taste fluffy? I wouldn't... No, I mean, I didn't eat it with its skin on. Which is a... It feels like a strange way to say that, but no, I did not eat the rabbit with its skin on. So no, it did not in fact taste fluffy. Okay, we're gonna move that down there. We're gonna move that down here. We're gonna set up a merger. Oh, I don't think the merger will work. No, it just tasted kind of, I don't even know what the word would be. Not good at all. I know that much. Like, God, it's just gross. Like, it's just not an enjoyable meat in the slightest, in my professional opinion. I don't know what profession that would be. I don't know. Like if you had nothing else to eat, are we eating living creatures? Big fan. I feel like most people, many people tend to be eating living creatures. Okay. Eating living creatures is pretty common, because you know what? I'll be first to the. I'll be the one to say it. They're pretty freaking delicious. Okay, so we can start siphoning off our cables in that direction. That's good. Jay, you've missed my absolute amalgamation that is this horrifying factory. It's gotten so bad, but let me show you my favorite part. My favorite part I named after a part from Stellar Blade, a song from Stellar Blade called The Hypertube Slide. That's a hypertube, you should know this. The only way into it is that jump pad. And I learned that they speed up if you set the entrances close to each other. Or like that. And so then it does the amazing thing of giving you a headache when you fly through it. If they didn't want to be eaten, why are they mad out of food? That's an excellent point. It's an excellent point. Same with plants. If they didn't want to be eaten, why are they made out of salad? It just doesn't make any sense. And boink! I love how that ends, is rocketing me back. But yes, I've done a little bit of mining off camera. And we just unlocked phase 3, which means that we are going to be working towards first the jetpack, and then oil. What I'm actually going to do is come over here and dismantle some of the hellish, horrible creation that I've made here. The nightmare that I have made this logistics nightmare out of. I wish when you erase the conveyor belts, it would also erase those little pieces. We're going to... We're actually going to take this into our hands. Actually, that's fine. That's fine. This... I'm going to completely erase my little Dr. Octopus-esque creation that I made up here, as it was just to make that fancy wiring that we are no longer in need of. Excuse me. And now that we are no longer working with smart plating, we need to divert our ungodly amount of rotors. So let's go ahead and take advantage of that fact. Crap. Bolas. There we go. And I get around exclusively by jump pads and hypertubes now. We are going to be redirecting everything. This no longer needs to exist. Now we just funnel everything directly into our little storage boxes here. Okay. And bee hopping, is that what this is called? Because I discovered this where I was like, holy heck, you can pick up so much momentum just as long as you're at least on a level surface. I mean, I'm not doing it well right now because I'm having to switch back and forth. And you just launch. Like, if we just have a straightaway. There we go. Why aren't I doing it? Normally I'd be going faster. Oh, there we go. No. Why do I feel like I'm going... There we go. Nope. I don't know. I can't do it with people watching. I have performance anxiety. Why on earth did I become a VTuber? VTuber allows you to hide your performance anxiety behind an anime screen. It's quite frankly genius. Alright. At some point, I'll build any amount of ceilings to some of this stuff, because my goal is that this all gets encased inside of a giant metallic dome, and we have no more semblance of nature. But that's for slightly later. But for right now, rotor production... An anime tag. Exactly, an anime zip file. What do I want you to be doing? We're going to repurpose this whole stretch of highway, or whatever one may call it, into hell. Just straight up hell. The dome is the final form of capitalism. Exactly. It's fitting, you know, Frieza's final form was him being bald. So it only stands that capitalism has a similar final form. Everyone knows that Frieza is actually an allegory for capitalism. Alright, so that's all producing rotors. Or, producing straters, I don't know. These thingies. But now, we want it to... How do I want to do this? If I want this to, in theory, be running efficiently, I should merge these, then split them. Oh, this is going to be fun. And because they're too close together, this is going to be awful as well, and I'm so here for it. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. John Capitalism destroyed your home planet. How could he? That was the most tragic episode ever of Dragon Ball Z. It is I, Jonathan Capitalism, and I am here to tell you that your planet is now a bupkis. I remember it. And Bardock goes, how could you do that, Jonathan Capitalism? And he's like, because I am evil. I trained in the capitalist forests of West Virginia. Does West Virginia have forests? I don't know my topologies. Well, when in doubt, make it stupidly complex. Because ultimately, that's funnier anyways. There we go. Alright, so we merge them, and then we split them off. So next, we need to get all of our rotors over here by adding a little splitter. You think you did used to, like, 150 years ago? Okay, so it's had a bit of a decline, in recent days. It could be worse. West Virginia has a... West Virginia, I said. West Virginia has a few? Okay. If I never go there, then I'll be prepared for a lack of trees. Alright. So we've now moved on to motor production. We just now need rotors. 50 rotors, and we can get us a jetpack. And I have a feeling we're going to need more rotors in the future, whereas I feel like smart plating has probably outlived its usefulness. That's why I was so comfortable deleting our smart plating farms here, because I feel like that seems to be only used for the thing. So now, go my children. And I can go ahead and just drop a bunch of rotors in each of these. 100 rotors for you. 100 rotors for you. And 100 rotors for you. How many trees in West Virginia are we talking? You said a couple of trees. Does that mean a literal couple? Are there only 2 trees? Are they the West Virginian duo trees? Never to be seen or heard from again for the rest of our days. Alright, sweet. Motors are a producer-rusin. I can go ahead and check on our cables now. And the ever-growing backlog of everything. You know, why not? Let's keep making more. Let's make this worse. Let's make more. Heck yeah. start shifting along our concrete. We can get this production back in business, waste everyone's time and money, but mostly everyone's electricity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You said at least a couple. That couple being Jeff and Jeffrey, the gay couple who Shay knows for them. Are all trees canonically gay? I feel like if they're not, they should be. What's canon to the treeverse? What's canon to the as I said, the treeverse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we just need 50 motors, and we're good to go. We've also been constructing a little bit of this. We constructed the inhaler. The problem is the inhaler requires stuff and is a one-time use. And then it says I need, like, one of these. A hard drive, but I'm guessing I have to, like, find that in the world. Like, and there's gonna be, like, wrecked ships somewhere. And then I can go to the hard drive. I'm gonna hydrate real quick. Ooh, we're cooking. Okay. Yes, give me all of the motors. Fill this up. How is my energy doing? Or my electricity, my power doing? Okay, it's doing fine. I feel like some of my power plants sometimes die out because the coal gets spread a bit too thin, but for the most part, it's fine. And that's also why I have a myriad of backups. As we can see, I have 7 different backups ready to go. This is all... God. This is all for the inevitable assumption that at some point I will divert too much energy and doom myself, but before I doom myself, I will have those backups. Almost deleted the hub. Okay, we have two kind of like conveyor belts here that we don't need anymore. I'd like to get rid of them somewhat. Why does being genderless turn you into a lesbian? Might I question the logic there? Alright, how do I make a jetpack?
Milestone reached. Fixit has
Oh,
granted
it'll
you
be
the power of flight, provided you have a jetpack and the appropriate
5
fuels.
motors.
The jetpack refuels automatically while you are standing on a surface, and different fuel types will affect the jetpack's functionality. With this
Ooh.
increased versatility, you will no doubt achieve efficiency levels previously unheard of.
I like that. Right, it's over here. Gender is I don't think it is. I don't. Ooh. Cool. Ooh. This opens up dangerous opportunities for myself. Any dyad not involving a man some people considered lesbian feels a bit weird. I don't like that. I feel like that like I don't think I can make some of this stuff yet. It puts too much value on like claiming a man is necessary for a relationship to exist. I haven't been in here in a while. It'd sure be nice if I had a cup. Sorry. I got lost in the moment there. But so next I have to do... I need motors, I need this. Okay, and then I can start to unlock. Fluid packaging. Ooh. Ooh, fuel-powered generators. I'm here for the conveyor belt. The super conveyor belt. Okay, oil and extractors. Yes, please. Circuit boards. Cocaine. I mean, crude oil. Alright, so... we need to do rotors, this. Okay, we actually have all that. We should have all of that ready to go. Copper sheets, and then our construction equipment should be right over here. Microwave has been interacted with. I don't think that it has been. I feel like if I truly want the microwave experience, I need to press it at least a few more times. The funny thing about my tractor is that I got the tractor and then so where are these now? 100 of those. Was it 200? I don't remember. I'm really liking this jetpack. I did not expect it to be so wildly efficient immediately. Alright, I just can't give stuff to it. I need 500 copper sheets. Okay, 100 of those, 500 steel pipes, and 50 rotors. Okay. Another stack. 50. And then the last thing is our steel pipes. I wonder how long it would go with coal power. Ah, look at that. Many a steel pipe available and full inventory. Oh wait, no, I should have just taken the jump pad. In theory, the jump pad's existence has now been trivialized, but I can also just use the jetpack to soften my landing, so now I can justify slamming into places at high velocities. Boom, boom, boom. A Colgillion years. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will
require what does it take?
But a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands.
It causes waste.
Efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fixit did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management.
Is that jokes about the beta?
After my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
That's funny. I think those are jokes about the beta. Because they've made a few jokes before about the beta and stuff being upgraded because people were complaining. Let me think. First things first. I gotta figure out where the oil is. Because I love oil. Nowhere near me, apparently. Oh? When you hit oil production, the recipes start making byproducts. Ooh. I like this. We're going all in on this pollution game, then. So what we can do, then, is start dropping that pollution. We gotta find us a water source. So let's see. How far away is our oil? We might need to go on a little adventure. Adventure it is. Take that, Animal Farm. I just hope I have enough stuff to... Oh no, I'll have to do pipes to get back. I'm sure this will work out fine. Just proc this every so often. We'll slowly... I mean, what I've kind of been doing is I'll find sources, and then as I approach them, like, I'll set up camp at the source, and then slowly start to industrialize in between myself and the source. The fire guys. Yeah. And take these. I do like that you produce waste. There's nuclear power, right? Like I can produce nuclear waste. I seem to remember seeing that in the like pictures or something from the game. I don't know what bauxite is, but I'm intrigued. There's a lot of it, too. Okay, there's not that much of it. Jesus. Sudden real... How many of these freaking things are there? Do I have any... I don't have any fruits or anything on me. Never mind, it all worked out, I guess. Oh, a new power slug. I just realized I need one of these for research at the man? Is that what it was called? What the heck are those adorable little noises? What in the goddamn? Jesus, Jesus. Thing machine gunned at me. Oh god, I have to make my way all the way back. That's okay. Finding oil can happen while we wait for the pod to return. So it's all valid. And this time I actually know, well, somewhat where I'm going. Yeah. I should have gotten off earlier, so we're gonna take the conveyor belt back and kind of go around the side path. Oh no, I don't have any jetpack fuel. How am I meant to maneuver without copious amounts of jetpack fuel? And the answer is the same way I maneuvered before copious amounts of jetpack fuel. Bunny hopping. Ooh, what's this? Seems to be in... Oh, shit. That's... Alright, I spawned with, like, 1 health for some reason. I can't really tell how much health I have because my phone's in the way, but I'm like... Oh, oh. Jesus. This is truly the Dark Souls of factory building. Got him. I'm so good. Take that, Hogman. Plates, industrial beams, steel beams, copper sheets. Oh, so this is one of those crashed thingies. Does it have a hard drive on it, maybe? Maybe out here in the ocean? This feels like where a hard drive would be. Drop pod. Oops. Battery broken, needs 60 megawatts. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, where's my death crate? There's my death crate. Oh, is it literally right over on this beach? Oh, that's a lot of spiders. Oh, and they have quartz, too. I will return for you spiders, don't you worry. I'll return for you once I acquire the firearm of some sort, if they're even in this game. The anti-spider rail cannon, which coincidentally is also the anti-feline rail cannon. Right, I can get up here without... Nice. Jesus, I thought I jumped that. Send me away, buddy. What the heck? Oh, it's an orb. You wouldn't happen to be related to... Oh, I guess it's surrounded by demon bugs?
Disappointing, but unsurprising.
Shut up. Okay, let's grab a plethora of fuel. And also heal up. I don't have enough bacon plants to make an inhaler, but... John Orbman? You can't mean the John Orbman. He's too much of an influence. John Orbman led our countries in some of the greatest foundational practices that we have ever foundationally practiced. Do you know what I learned today? It's the guy who designed the, like, US military tactics that, the US military tactics that, like, were used in the like, American Revolution. On the American side, obviously. He was, I believe, a Prussian immigrant who, what was it? He was a gay Prussian immigrant who came here to escape persecution for being gay. Like, we wouldn't have, the US would not have been able to, been able to win the revolution without gay Prussian guy.
About the origin of this shape and why this symbol, mathematically resembling a Mobius strip, has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture.
That is cool.
You don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted, named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Let's see how many of my own death crates I end up creating while just trying to get back to the first one. But I really want to get whatever that fancy thing was that we saw. Our little glowy mabob. Come hell or high water. I feel like high water comes first because the ocean's over there. I wonder if there's ever any, like, full sulfur deposits. I think I've also been somewhat not playing this game entirely wrong, but somewhat wrong in aspects where I've been sticking close to starting zone. I think I'm supposed to be venturing out more. Hence why, like, the coal and oil deposits are so far away. It's a Mercer sphere.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
I don't know. Well, Regardless, I gotta make my way back over to my other dead body. Like, look at all that. That's cool. It's still chasing me? Like, look at all those things out there. There's, like, power slugs out there. This game is unexpectedly pretty. I should have come exploring earlier. Oh, Jesus. Already beat the heck out of you earlier. Please just die. Ooh, I think I got him glitched. Oh, can I hit the fireballs? I got him. Alright, I don't need that. Why can I not drop leaves? Alright. Back to searching for the oil, because I am American. How I'm possibly going to transport it back, I have no idea, but now I also have 2 rocks from the Pioneer's Holy Land or something. My God, it's really out here. Is it out there on those islands? Do I have to go mining in the ocean? Like, how far am I? Jesus. Oh good, all this water apparently is ankle deep. Do not worry, apparently it's not a problem. But I'm still scared of it, because water in video games is terrifying. What's this? Ooh, Caterium ore. I'll touch base on you in a moment. Oh God. Hate these things. Alright. Moment of truth. Can I parry the fireballs? I can. It's certainly not easy. Never mind. It was kind of easy. Why was that one so significantly easier than the last one we did? Regardless. Oh, there's my space. You know what? My space elevator's that way. That's where we need to get oil to. Alright, how does this work? So obviously we're gonna need to power it up. And then we're going to extract oil. Do we just do regular oil? Or do regular pipes, maybe? Are there special oil pipes, or is it just like a... Limits pipe can be attached to a pipeline. As an in and an out. Why would I ever want to limit the amount of oil? What kind of fool would do that? I could just produce all of the oil I could ever want. And I would be rich. And I just have to somehow get this up there to then reach. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing with this oil. Like, I can extract oil, but it's not like I can do anything with it yet. Oh no, refinery. Wait. Oh. Oh! So then I can do an oil refinery. Alright. I'm still gonna pump all this oil away. And then we're gonna do a refinery over here, and then we're gonna fire the waste back into the environment. As we are wont to do. And there's stupid animals over there. Never mind, we're bringing this bad boy home. We're gonna be running this oil all the way back home. Ah, crap. So why the first time was that so significantly? Jesus. Oh, there's another spawner here. Kinda sounds like Skyrim music, funny enough. Yeah, get out of here, you loser. Yeah, creatures in the way. Gotta say, there's something nice and relaxing about this game. It's like when I played Beltmatic. Very similar sense of unwinding mentally. To just take a break from existence and focus on producing oil fields. We call it the Rockefeller Special. It's a form of meditation. I am one with the money. The money's with me. Nice rock quartz. And then there's another space orb of some kind.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
What?
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains
Trust
in the
me,
NAM
I
to
know
establish
exactly where on the
classification
spectrum
and
I lie.
potential countermeasures.
Okay. Q pipeline. Alright, so if I head just over here, I should be able to grab some more copper. And return to finish my pipeline. I barely slept. I know. I haven't been having the best color commentary while I play today. Ah. Yeah. I barely slept. Was iron? Yeah. I only got like 3 hours or something. It was not great. I tell you what. God, these things.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
Yeah, cool beans, buddy. I will not do that. I will continue to witness no strands of the tapestry. Be that single, duo, triple, otherisms. I'm gonna just bunny hop my way back to base. Find about 500 cigarettes worth of... How are there so many bugs? I have not seen the bugs before today, and now they're just everywhere. Oh. Okay, the space elevator is further away than I thought. This might be a bit tedious to get the pipe all the way back, but you know what? What kills you makes you stronger or something. I feel like we're actually nearing it now. We're getting legitimately closer. There we go. It's like when you're on a long hike. Have you ever been on one of those kind of like 8-mile hikes? And then at the end of it, like I've gone on them where they're like round trip, and then at the end of it you're like, "Oh my god, I can see base camp. I can see base camp. All is not lost. All is not lost." Yeah, that's what that feels like. That's what that felt like. I have a feeling I'm gonna need like 500 more copper for this, Jesus. 500 more copper for this, Jesus. He died for our copper. Ah. Are you coppered for our sins? Whichever is funnier. The answer is neither are that funny. Alright, so I gotta first put a bunch of stuff in this thingy. Power slugs. Rotors. Sleepy. Yeah. How did that make me take damage? I landed on a jump pad. That's basically like landing in water. And everybody knows if you hit water, no matter the height, it will break your fall. And your legs. And your spine. But still your fall. Alright, what is this?
Research completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
doing so much research. I still don't know where a hard drive is.
Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Mycelia.
The
Toxic
mycelial networks of
cellular
these fungi
modification.
possess unusually resilient hybrids
Medical
that show
properties.
potential for
Does this
making
mean that I
strong
won't
but
get
lightweight
my
natural
butt
fabric.
kicked constantly
Additionally,
by
it has
enemies?
similar medicinal and pest control applications to
Ooh.
mycelia on Earth.
Better inhaler. I want that.
Medical properties of local mycelia established. New research options available. Medical inhaler variants.
And then I also need to research the magic space rocks I found. Quartz, no. Nice.
Vitamin inhaler recipe unlocked. Not only does it restore your health, it also acts as a preventative supplement against scurvy and other shortage-induced conditions.
Is there
Unfortunately,
actually a
it does not
scurvy
improve
debuff?
aesthetics, but Pioneer helmets are built to withstand extreme circumstances.
How do I get...
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules
I guess
of
I
the
didn't pick that
space-time
one up.
continuum, and distributing it into its connected
Okay.
ecosystem. This energy,
Let the energies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical
Oh.
force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same.
What?
It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
That's mildly terrifying.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism
But okay.
hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay. Cool. Oh, God. I don't want to call it so early, but I just feel so out of it right now. I think I may have to go lie down and have tomorrow be a... Or not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I might do a gorilla stream tomorrow. But if I just said it out loud, maybe that means it's planned. So that it would be gorilla, but it's not on the schedule. So don't expect anything, but if I feel more up to it tomorrow, I might do a gorilla stream. But I need a nap. I need to rest. I got like 3 hours last night. And then I had to go to work, give some presentations at work, which went pretty well. It's nice that my boss normally my boss would be the one doing those presentations, but they're like, hey, can you do them? Like, I'm trusted. That's a cool feeling. Like, my boss will be like, hey, can I tell you stuff that cannot leave this room about your coworkers? And I'm like, sure. And it doesn't leave that room, probably. None of my coworkers hear about it. Zero hears about it. I'm like, hey, Zero, listen to what my boss told me not to tell anyone. This is why I should never be a doctor. I would disregard HIPAA immediately. But I think I'm going to call it here. As you can hear my yawn, I'm very tired. But thank you all for watching my little return, be it very short to Satisfactory, now at 30-something hours. 30 hours. But thank you all for watching. I've been Poisson Variance, your mathematical maestro and LaTeX linguist. If we do something tomorrow, I don't know what it'll be. It'll be off the cuff. But I will see you next time, and bye-bye!